Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Abigail, and I make videos about special needs and health issues and basically whatever's going on. So if you watched my video, if you saw my post, my community post yesterday, you'd know that I was supposed to be singing at a different church last night, which would have been Friday night. So basically, our church was asked to sing at this other church, but basically, I was the only praise singer that could make it. Basically, the other people that are praise singers at our church had other things going on and they couldn't make it. And so, basically, we got to our church and we were going to ride our church van up to this other church because it was a long drive, like a couple of hours away, and we had to leave a couple of hours early because it's so far away. And when we get there, I realize I'm the only praise singer going, and so I'm like stressing out because I didn't know how many people were going to be at this church, and it was just a super stressful situation. And also, it doesn't help that if y'all follow my channel, y'all know I have anxiety issues, and so this whole situation was just very stressful for me. And so I didn't know what to do, who to ask about the music or anything. And so when we finally got to the church that I was going to sing at, I had asked the lady that brought us, like, oh, who should I ask about the music? Because I didn't know if I was supposed to be asking our church people that went or if I was supposed to be asking their church people. So the lady in our church told me to who to ask, and I did. And he was like, oh, we're not doing the music after all since you were the only one that could make it. So this guy of this other church that goes to this other church is going to do the music. And I was honestly kind of relieved because I was super stressed out about it. I was so nervous that literally on the few hours drive that we had, I was literally on my phone listening to instrumental music of like songs that I know just to be prepared. And basically this other guy sang that was from a different church because I was literally the only praise singer that could make it last night, and a few of our other church people went, but they weren't the singers. So I was honestly kind of relieved about that. And then everything was fine until I realized after church that we were going to go to Brahms, which is fine other than the fact that I can't eat. As y'all know, I have a lot of nausea issues, and I've been having some health issues, and so I can't hold down solid food. And so, well, there's a few things here and there I can hold down, but a lot of things I can't. And so when I found out we were going to Brahms, I got a large mix. It was chocolate and it was Reese's because I can hold down ice cream and I can hold down Reese's. So that's what I got. I ate a little over half of it and I felt terrible on the way home. I think it was just because my night was so off last night, because there's usually a certain period of time that I take my nausea med at night, and I wasn't at home at that time, so I kind of missed taking my nausea med at the time I normally take it. And then we were traveling for many hours, and I was also kind of stressed out because of all this stuff that was like all up in the air of how things were going to go with service and everything. And so I think it was just like stress on top of my health stuff. But literally, like, it was like one of those services where I call it like Red Jermel per se, if you don't know what I mean, it's like one of those services where it's like, it feels like they're preaching exactly what you need to hear. And it was one of those kind of services, and it was awesome. And like the preacher, the guy that preached the service, he started preaching, and he was like, I'm not going to share all of it, but the part of it that really encouraged me was, he was like, God doesn't leave you in a situation by yourself. He's like, he was talking about how, God is with you, in the good and in the bad and in the hard things. And, you just got to trust him that everything's going to work out, and that, his will be done. And, it was just one of those, sermons that I just really needed to hear. And then there was a couple different pastors there from different churches. And anyways, a lot of different, preachers that I know that live in the same state as we do. They know a lot of my health stuff that's going on, because I've posted a lot of places. And during, altar call, or it's basically where, they open the altars where people can go to the front to pray. I went to the altar and I just started praying, and there's this, lady that came up to, pray with me, and she just started like praying for like encouragement and strength. And just, it was just an amazing service. And then on the way back, we had church, then we went to Brahms, and then on the way back home, I started feeling a little bit sick to my stomach, but thankfully I didn't get sick. I think it was just like the off of like I said, I didn't take my nighttime meds till late. I was kind of under a stressful situation with not knowing how things were going to go as far as church and everything. So anyways, I'm really thankful that the service was very encouraging. And it was kind of like a reminder of, to trust God with your situation. And like I said, I went to the front and prayed, and like different like pastors would come up and pray with me, and it was just really, really sweet. I got back last night a little after around 1 or a little after 1 a.m. So I got back super, super late, but I'm really glad that I went to the service. I kind of wish that I would have been able to sing at that church, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because if I would have had to sing by myself, I probably would have been really stressed. So I'm really thankful for the encouragement of, our friends and our family, and just everyone that, has been there. I'm really thankful that we can encourage each other, because I really needed that message last night. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but my hair is wet. I just got out of the shower. I set out my church clothes for tomorrow, and then I'm having some ginger ale, which is kind of similar to Sprite, with some water. And then soon I'll brush my teeth and take my nausea med and go to bed. But I wanted to kind of give an update of, what happened last night, because I talked about, singing at this other out of town church, but I didn't really give an update on that. So technically I didn't end up singing because plans changed, but I did end up still going to the service. So I'm really thankful for, all the people in my life, my friends, my family, that are there for me and encourage me and all of that. I will see y'all when I can. and I'll see y'all later. Bye, everyone.